All right, everybody, welcome back to the Chokehold Chat. I know it's been a while. My buddy convinced me to start this again. After last year, I stopped making videos after Sarukian and Hooker. We had two more events. Dvalishvili versus Jan. You guys know I'm a big Merab fan, and that one just went horrible. And I was gonna do it afterwards. I know I kind of slowed down and stuff, but I was gonna do a recap, but it just kind of feels like the bad guys won in the last kind of quarter of the year. I won't do it again. I will be making videos and stuff, but Petr Yan, he won, and it's kind of layered, you know, because Merab is from Georgia and Yan represents Russia, so there's kind of whole geopolitical thing that went to it, and Merab was so, you know, broken up about it afterwards. It felt bad. And then a couple weeks before the Hooker fight, we got the Aspinall eye poke, and he's still not back. I mean, that fight was on October 25th. It is currently January 21st. Aspinall's had eye surgery. We don't even know if he's ever going to fight again. So that sucks, you know. And now they're seriously talking about Jon Jones versus Alex, you know, and Tom isn't even a thought anymore. Just, you know, one of the good guys and gone, just a serial cheater. And then, you know, Josh Van wins over Pantoja, another good guy. Pantoja, hard not to like him, and just a freak accident where his arm blows out, and then it, you know, just a way to end the year. Brandon Moreno gets stopped early, in my opinion, from Tatsuro Taira. There you go. I mean, he doesn't get another title shot or another crack at it. Henry Cejudo becomes likable out of nowhere. Becomes likable and then gets smoked by, you know, the young gun. And then, again, another draw for Jan Blachowicz. So then we leave that, right? Just in shambles, the card. And we go into Royval versus Kopp, and then Kopp wins. He wins? I mean, come on, dude. Like, yeah, tough. But we are now in the Paramount era. Let us bask in the UFC's love for the time being. We don't have to pay for pay-per-views. Yeah, we're in a new era, new year. Let's start it off again. I will try to be better. I am going to be better about not just falling off the face of the earth. I'm sorry, guys. I told my buddy Jojo, actually, before we get into anything, into this this pre-fight. Actually, no, we'll do the pre-fight first. But my buddy Jojo, Two Sons Toys, TWOSUNSTOYS. Check it out. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's my best friend. He's my good buddy. Check it out. Okay, I'll put a link or something in the. I'll try. He's much better at editing than me. His channel is a lot better than mine. If you're into, you know, toys and just like a cool guy, looking at them and stuff like that, reviewing them. This is more of a podcast, right? So the editing is kind of. I'm not an editor. So UFC 324, new in the Paramount era. Early prelims are good. I mean, we got Ricky Tercios versus Cameron Smotherman. I like Ricky from The Ultimate Fighter. You know, these are kind of 50-50 fights still on the early prelims. Josh Hokett, you know, exciting new heavyweight versus Denzel Freeman. I like Denzel too. Don't really know too much about him yet, right? Alex Hernandez, right? I was a big hater, but he's had a resurgence, and he's going to fight against Michael Johnson in basically a coin flip fight, another 50-50 fight. Somebody's going out, though. I mean, whether it's Michael Johnson with a salty record. I'm looking right here, Tapology. 25 wins, 19 losses. Salty. Then we head into the prelims. Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. Seems like Alex Perez has been around for forever, probably since I was even like a preteen. I like Charles Johnson, though. I do like him. That's a really good fight for flyweights. I don't really have a lot to to break down that one. And then we got Modestas versus Nikita Krylov. I think Krylov probably has the advantage in the ground, but I think Modestas has the advantage on the feet. I also do like Modestas, especially getting back into the UFC after that horrible, stomp side kick to the leg that he suffered. I like him. I'm always gonna go for that guy. Krylov though, cool tattoos. Then we got Atiba Gauthier versus Puliev, but I think that's just a showcase fight. I think we're gonna watch Atiba go in there and beat him up. So, which is cool. I want to see more about him. I want to learn some more about him. I just wish maybe he got some competition that was a little more of name value, Now we're getting into it, okay? This is the prelims headliner. Deiveson Figueiredo, Dush Teixeira versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I think Deiveson's too small for bantamweight. I think he's a tweener, especially with this, right? That's how he fights, this long, freaking, gunslinger karate stance style. At bantamweight, he's kind of undersized, so it doesn't really work that well. I think that Umar is going to beat him. I think that Umar can probably manhandle him better in the wrestling, and I also think that his striking is probably going to be a little bit better too, which sucks because I really would like to see Deiveson just suck down and go all the way back down to flyweight because he was a lot more fun to watch, and I like him, but I don't think he can make it anymore. Umar's also calling for a title shot right after this, but I don't see that happening, especially because he's talking about sitting for Ramadan. Ramadan is, I guess, right after this. Okay, opening the main card. The free main card on Paramount. Dude, come on, son. Free main card. Rose Namajunas versus Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva is stepping in for, I believe, Alexa Grasso. And she's got the kicking advantage for sure. She's also got a very high takedown defense, Silva does. But Rose is Rose. You never know. I mean, who could have seen Rose bang high kicking Weili to another title and then beating her in a 5-rounder right after that, right? Rose has the X factor, but she needs to get out of that kicking range and get into boxing range. I don't see this fight being finished. It's actually funny, my buddy Jojo, right? He was like, oh, what happened to the Rose Namajunas Alexa Grasso fight? And I was like, dog, why you care about that? Why you care about that, I was like, you care about watching a 3-round decision? But, bless him. Waldor Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. 50-50. I think Waldo's probably a little more athletic. But so is Derek Lewis, man. And it's heavyweight. And these guys are going to slang and bang. And that's it. It's going to be freaking cool. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong after Kayla and Amanda Nunes got canceled, which sucks. Hope Kayla gets better fast. But I think Sean O'Malley is going to style on Song Yadong. I think Song Yadong's arms are too short. I think he's too short. Song Yadong kind of got pieced up by Petr Yan. I mean, it was a good fight, but he did lose. And Sean O'Malley is rangier. He does that, kind of pull to the two. And I think he's going to beat Song. Whether it's a finish or not, I don't know. Song does get cut pretty good though since that Corey fight. I know he got cut in the Corey fight, and that was stopped, and he got cut in that Petr Yan fight too. So maybe a doctor stoppage by Sean O'Malley, which is good, man. So, let's get the Sugar Show back on track, Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett, right? The main event. Sorry if I'm just blowing through this too. I'm just rusty. Bear with me, guys. It's the Choco Chat. The Red Bastard's back. I'm not going anywhere. Gaethje, I think he's got staph right here on his neck. He said it was an ingrown hair. I saw it on the embedded on the first episode, and I think that was this last Saturday. Bro, I had staph infection, and the antibiotics, they just take it out of you, dude. I remember me and my brother and my nephew were going back and forth to the dump, and just walking, dude, my legs were locking up and stuff like that. And that was like a couple days after I had been off of the antibiotics already for the staph infection. So I didn't even have a staph infection anymore. On top of that, Paddy Pimblett has the age advantage. I think maybe if this fight, if Justin was about 4 years younger, minus the Max Holloway knockout, I think it's a different fight. But Paddy has youth on his side, and I also think that he's better submissions. He's better at jiu-jitsu. Justin obviously has better wrestling, right? Wrestled for Colorado in college. But Paddy's style is kind of a club and sub style. He kind of catches you and then runs around to the back. That's not really wrestling per se. So that one's it's gonna be a good one. But Justin can catch Paddy. He really can. Everybody who fights him says he hits like a truck. So we'll see, but it's gonna be a fun one. Those are my pre-thoughts, at least before the weigh-ins. We'll see if the weigh-ins change any of my thoughts, and I will make a video about it if it does happen. But now, okay, my buddy Jojo, two sons toys for Christmas. He got me the UFC Legendary Fights, dude, from Walmart. Look at this. These are terrible, bro. Who is that? This is supposed to be John Jones and Alex Gustafsson, okay? We need more props, right? For the makeshift set, we need more props. So we're gonna do an unboxing. This is what this guy does, right? Look at it. Couple options there. I'm not as good at him at this, so we're just gonna get into it. Let's freaking open this thing up and see what's Gucci. We're gonna add something to the set. UFC 165 though. If you know, you know. This was a great fight, right? Apparently John Jones didn't train for it. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. All 5 rounds, bloody. I remember Gustafsson with that Nordic blonde hair, just red, and John Jones was hitting the spinning back elbows. Oh man, dude, look at this belt. This thing's terrible. Look at it. Actually, I really do like the old UFC belt. We're gonna put it on. We're gonna put it on Jones. Look at the cheeks, bro. Look at the shorts qualities, man. This is terrible, bro. Bones. Dog. That's gonna live in your nightmares. That looks like, I don't want to offend nobody, but that doesn't look like a full-size human being. Look at that, the Mauler, Alex Gustafsson. My buddy's way better at this. Look at the tattoos. Pretty accurate though. On the tattoos at least. The face on Gustafsson, yeah, also. Haunt your dreams, huh? Let's see if we get the belt on him. Pretty cool though. I mean, arms articulate all right. Not the legs though. Legs just go back and forth. We will add these to the set though. We'll put them next to Kimbo. Put Gus right there. Try to get the belt on Jones, and that's it. Like I said, my buddy does edits. He does a really good job of reviewing toys. I'm just super happy that he got me some more trinkets for the set, because that's just super cool, We need some more cool stuff. And yeah. No, this is terrible. Look, so these are little buttons that you're supposed to hook together. It's really bad. The buttons are all warped. Gus fell over already. This Kimbo Slice bobblehead though that I got at Bellator 300, that thing's tough. That's a good toy. This is fucked. Okay, just do a little over the shoulder action then. See if we can get it in the hole. Yeah, what's up? Maybe hold it with both hands. Yup. Maybe we'll just sit him down. How about that, buddy? How would you just sit down? Okay. We'll just hope that my baby doesn't come and ransack the set. The set is inside now. I was doing it from my garage. Got a little mold problem in the garage, so that sucks. I got to deal with that, and then maybe we'll move the set again. But for now, that's the Chokehold Chat, man. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Talk to me, comment back to me, man. The whole reason I started this was to talk with people who are fans of MMA. This is that's what I want to do, man. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys very soon, I promise.